Hey, hey, hey. How is everyone? Come on in. Tell me what you're up to. Hello, hello. As always, I hope y'all can hear me. Good Lord. Hey, Susie. How are you? You doing okay today, Susie? Just gonna wait for people to come in. Hey, Fancy. Hey, my friend. Hope you're doing well. You're fantastic. Yay. Good. I'm happy to hear that. Not the cheese curds. I very well know all about the cheese curds, because my father in law is from Wisconsin too. I'm not a big fan of the cheese curds, but I get it. I do get it. I'm doing better, Fancy. I think everyone knows at this point that I've had some health struggles going on, and I'm just trying to navigate that part of my life right now. Yep, yep. And it's going okay. I wouldn't say that it's going exactly, you know, perfectly. Um, I'm still confused, and I'm just trying to navigate my way through what new lifestyle I'm gonna have to adapt. That's the hard part. I'm so used to being able to eat whatever I want, and because I'm thin due to my genetic disorder. So all my life, really, I've been able to not have to worry about um, being overweight. But I'm here to tell y'all, after my recent health scare, um, skinny is not always healthy. I learned real quick about a week ago, a little over a week now, but about 10 or 11 days ago. I learned real quick um, skinny don't mean healthy, y'all. But today I just wanted to talk a little bit about this dog gate situation. I'm totally over it. I stand by what I did um, over 2 months ago. Um, See something, say something, right? And I stand by my decision. I struggled with that decision for a month, and I finally did something about it, and I would do it all over again. And that's honestly everything I'm going to say about it. I did what I did, I stand by it. I would do it over again. So basically, y'all, if you see something, you have to say something. Like, we have to stand up for the voiceless. Do you know what I mean? Um, I'll always do that. Um, Children, elderly, and pets are voiceless, in my opinion, and I'll always stand up for them. It's just the right thing to do, you know. It just is. I'm sick of talking about it. I did what I did. Again, I stand by it. Jilly did what she did, and I'm proud of her. That picture was not 5 months old, so y'all can stop with that narrative. It was not. Um, I spoke out and called the proper people. 3.5, well, maybe 2.5 months ago, and I would do it again. And if you want to judge me for that, and you've seen this picture, which is, you know, the picture that is out everywhere, if you would have done something different than what I did and what Jilly did, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear about it, because anybody in their right mind would have done the same thing. So I'm going to drop the link. Anyone that wants to take it, feel free. My point today is standing up for the voiceless. If you see something, you got to say something. That's just how I feel. Sorry. Judge me if you want to. I really don't. I really don't care. Um, I did what my heart told me to do. Period. Hey, love. How are you? What are we talking about? We're just chit chatting. I stopped following a lot of the terrible people. Yeah, I'm love. I feel yeah. I'm starting to do that too. But I'm tired of being judged for the decision that I made a couple months ago. Really don't care what anybody thinks. I would do it again, um, because again, we need to stand up for the voiceless. That's it. That's how I feel.
Hello.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, just put my last one in my mouth right as you let me up.
Hey, brown eyed. How are you? So, what are your thoughts,
My
Susie?
my thoughts are you did what you needed to do because you have a heart and a soul. I wish I would have done that, but because that dog owner was my friend and
Mm-hmm.
I realized she was a grifter, that that picture could have been
Right.
from anywhere off the internet, and that's what I really thought.
Well, I
I
kind of thought
really
that
did at
too.
first.
I kind of thought that too until she sent the videos and I heard her voice in the videos,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And then when I heard her voice in the videos, and both of us, and you can attest to this,
Hmm.
um, we were like, take it to the vet.
Exactly. And we had both done that, said that numerous times.
Right. All right, I need to address Gemini Mama.
Okay.
She says, Paige, I'm just going to make this. Just going to say this. You often make statements like that as if you're above the next MF. However, adulting to me, if keeping real 100% and not fronting that you're friends with someone, um, ugh, I guess I'm a little behind on the Paige scenario. And she says, questioning their moves behind the scenes with other people on the same team. I'm curious, why didn't you just hit Flava up with your doubts? We all knew. Is is Paige in here, y'all? Because I haven't seen her. I'm confused. So
Me neither.
y'all help me. Yeah, I don't see her. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, I guess a little bit confused. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? Good to see you, honey. She. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to ban you, brown-eyed cutie. Good Lord. How do I fix that? Susie, can you fix that?
I'm not sure. Let me just.
Crap. That was an accident. Oh, here we go. I think I did it. I'm sorry, brown-eyed. That was an accident. I love you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me back up. Questioning their moves behind the scenes. Da, 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 da. Flava saying that she isn't going to be around while you are there, in my opinion, was to keep all the subs in the loop. I'm clueless. Gemini Mama, I'm clueless as to what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Sorry, brown eyed cutie. That was an accident, honey.
Right.
Flava, hold on. Does anybody know what this is about? Flava saying that she isn't going to be around.
I have no
I don't.
idea.
I
She
don't
may be in
either.
the
I'm so
wrong
confused.
chat.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
I'm commenting and I'm on Paige's live. Oh.
Yeah, Gemini Mama. Like, we're clueless, honey. We don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Wow. I'm like,
That's
oh.
funny. I know. I was like, what? What's going on?
And
You think
you
she's
know,
in the wrong chat? Yeah, I do too, brown eyed cutie. I was.
I think so.
It's okay, Gemini Mama. It's okay. We were just confused. It's fine. You're good.
There's so many chats and groups going on all day long. It's hard to
I know. It's crazy.
work them.
It's okay, Gemini Mama. You're so cute. You don't have to remove them. You explained yourself. But yeah, Susie, you and I were talking earlier
Mm-hmm.
about how you know, we want to be those channels that speak out for people that, or animals that might not have a voice. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Mm-hmm. And I in the past year and a half that I've been in YouTube, that I have learned there's so many different communities And in those communities, friendships are made, and
Right.
grifting, you know, to me is an art. I mean, how do you do that? Like, it's something I've
Right.
never even thought of, nor really believed that it's possible. And then to
Mm,
make friendships and to work so hard at those friendships that
mm,
you are willing to overlook or really not see what really is there. That's what I think. And there's so many people, even the elderly, or those
right.
people who um, have disabilities and maybe they're lonely and this is their one way to get out and they feel that they have friends. But it's unfortunate that there are people out there targeting these groups of people, saying, I will be your
Mhm.
friend and you give
Mhm.
me your pocketbook, in a sense.
Right.
But they've worked it in where you start believing that there's a friendship there. But what you see as a friendship isn't necessarily a friendship on the other side. It's viewed as you are an opportunity to be taken
Yeah.
advantage of and good at it. Um, and but a lot of ways not so good at it, because
Yeah.
after a while you start slipping and things all of a sudden don't make sense, and then other people are being brought into it, and then you still have friends that make excuses for you. Like an example, just keep it real, like you and Julie, who spoke out, made those
Mhm.
phone calls, reported it. Those friends are saying, instead of doing that, why didn't you create a fundraiser?
What?
Yeah, Gotti Girl
No.
said in there that her friends, we should have created a fundraiser to help her dog if she
Why?
didn't have money to
Why?
go to the vet, because
Why? Why
we
though?
could have. That's what the friends have said in um, Gotti Girls Live, that we should have donated money. We should have put together a fundraiser for the dog. And
But
what would that
but
have done for the
why?
dog?
Because I have 3 dogs, right?
Right.
And they're big dogs, and if anybody knows anything about Great Danes,
Mm-hmm.
our vet bills are a little bit higher
Right.
than smaller dogs. They just are. And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love my dogs. I
Like
put their
they need a larger dose of medication
right,
than a tiny
right,
dog. Mm-hmm.
right, or whatever the situation is. But that is, you know, something that I was aware of.
And you chose to do that
Right. And
and to
I'm
make that
happy to pay
commitment.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It is what it is, and I don't know. Like, oh, and Gotti Girl also said in her ridiculous live that
Mm-hmm.
um oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought. Oh, she also said when she received the picture, she said, Christy, you're going to be mad at me, but I thought it was a grift too.
Mm-hmm.
You sent me that picture. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, ma'am, because it was a grift. Hello.
Yep. And when it's just like a child, no matter how many adults live in the same household, if something happens to that child, all those adults are somewhat responsible. And the law doesn't care. It's just that if you are a parent, you are responsible for your child. You are responsible for everything. I can tell you that as a parent, you have to make life changing decisions, whether you like them or not. And it's the same thing with a dog. If there are two parents, two dog parents living in the same residence, both are responsible for the care of that
Right.
dog.
Right.
Whether you're married or not, whose
Right.
dog it is, it doesn't matter. If you're living with, let's say, that dog, you and you're an adult, you are ultimately share the same responsibility.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Which, you know, the title of my live is See Something, Say Something, right?
Exactly.
Why would you not? If you're a good human being and you saw what Susie and I saw not 5 months ago, so y'all can put that to rest, okay? Was it 5 months ago, Susie?
No, it was not. It was, I do believe, January 29th.
Yeah.
And we're not even to 5 months. We are just coming up on 4. And
4
yes, does it,
months.
right. And does it
And
seem,
it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter
no, it
how long
doesn't.
it's been. I reported it 2 months ago. So a month after I learned about it. So all
Mm-hmm.
y'all out here, and you know who you are, saying that picture's 5 months old. No, the hell it wasn't. I called 1 month after I learned about it, and I'm already beating myself up about waiting a whole month. So all y'all can sit the
Mm-hmm.
F down, okay?
Yeah.
Because I've already beat myself up enough about it. And I don't care if it was 6 months old. See
Mm-hmm.
something, say something. And honestly, all these pictures that have come out, um, showing the dog again, saying, oh, the dog is a little bit fatter. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about those pictures, except that the dog still looks horrible, in my opinion. In my opinion. Okay? So
Mm-hmm.
let's make that clear. I am still worried about that dog, but I am glad the dog is alive. But does the dog really have quality of life right now? Does it? Because we don't know.
Only a vet could state that. And that should have been done way back at the beginning in January. And actually, from that point, even further back, because that you just didn't wake up one
Right,
morning and say, oh my gosh, look at my
right,
dog. What happened overnight? That
right.
kind of thing doesn't happen overnight.
No way. No way did that happen overnight.
Mm-mm.
No, no way. Um, because I just feel like it should have been. And here's the thing, we saw that picture, and there's videos, y'all. That's what y'all don't know. There's videos too, right?
Right.
And we saw those, in my opinion, late in the game, right?
Yes.
So, how long was that poor little puppy suffering? We don't know. We don't know. We really don't.
I have no idea.
Just keep it real. You did what you felt was right. Hey, Quirky Carlotta, by the way, I've missed you. Most all of us agree with you. It was pitiful to see that picture. Yeah. And again, I don't really care. Um, the time that had lapsed, but I stand by. I waited a month and I'm
Mm-hmm.
embarrassed about that, y'all. I'm embarrassed that I waited a month. I'm not okay with myself. So, fuck
Yeah.
all of y'all that are like, well, why didn't she report it back then? I did. I did report it back then. Okay? So shut up.
Mhm. And I kick myself because I didn't do something about it. And it's not
You
like
did.
you
You were
and
upset with yourself. I
very
remember.
hard on myself, like torn. What should I do? What should I do? And it was a subject that after a period of time, just keep it real. And I didn't talk about. Once in a while, we would say, oh, I wonder how the dog is doing, just
Right.
briefly, but you try to forget. But what you saw is still burned in your brain. And on top of it, I did nothing. Nothing. And
Right.
when Jilly had brought it to light and made a statement about it, what she had done, I felt, and you didn't even tell me that you reported the dog. That was like you did
Oh, and
something.
I'll tell you why. I waited. Hold on, Freckleface. I would have done the same thing as you. Thank you, Freckleface. That dog shouldn't be with KP. Yeah, and there's another person that lives in that household. Um,
Mhm.
in my opinion, they are both responsible. Um,
Right.
sorry. Again, see something, say something. I don't care
Exactly.
who you are. I
And
don't
you
care
don't
who you are.
have to, you don't owe anybody an explanation if you did it or you
No,
didn't say anything. Because I wish I would have, but I can't undo that, what I should have done back at the end of January.
Freckleface, I don't know that the dog was starved. I will say that she sent Susie and I a video showing the dog trying to eat. You know what I mean? Hey, Panda
Mm-hmm.
Berry. I will say that, but um, at the same time, my problem is 3 months ago, not 5, this girl
Yes.
went live grifting for money. Okay. Let's make
Yeah.
that clear. And while she was live, and keep in mind, like a dumbass, I was still her friend. I admit it. I was stupid. I was still her friend. She was texting me in the background, asking me, should I show the picture of the dog? And as her friend, I was like, hell no, they're going to come for you.
Right.
But looking back on it, I should have not said anything and let the bitch hung herself that day. That
Right.
is my biggest regret. My second biggest regret is not reporting it. I reported it a month after I knew about it, and I should have done it way sooner. And
Exactly.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. And I still feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't apologize. I don't think Jilly should apologize. Anybody would have done the same thing if you're in your right mind,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Apparently, Gaudy Girl knew about it. What did she do?
Nothing to my knowledge.
What did she do?
She spoke about it 3 months later, how we, as her friends, should have had a fundraiser for the dog.
Why? Why?
Because that's what
When
we
my
should have
dogs
done, because that's what
when my
friends
dogs
do.
go to the
They
vet,
laugh.
I don't ask for money.
Yeah.
People like KP don't need a dog. Okay. Okay, Freckleface, you right.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't even um we didn't just talk about dogs, right?
Right.
Um
We've even talked about family who
mhm,
are in unquestionable circumstances, like my daughter Maggie, for instance. After she had been on life support for 3 weeks, they said, we can't keep her on it any longer. With her lack of brain activity, almost
right.
nothing, and it's not going to make things better. Things would have seen like a progression, her brain activity getting better, everything getting better, but it wasn't. And I had to make a decision whether or not to really, I didn't really have an option, but that they needed to take her off life support. And
Mhm.
as her mom, and lots of praying and lots of talking to physicians and specialists, I made the decision, and then her dad also agreed with that decision, that we need to take her off life support. And that
Right.
moment, me and my whole family, we were all there. And as soon as they took her off life support, took the tubes out, her eyes opened, and she's been alive and healthy,
Mhm.
and we did the best we can. We've always done the
Right.
best that we can do. We don't want her to suffer. That is not our goal. We have measures in place even today of what's acceptable and what's not. And even
Good.
though she's totally non mobile, non-verbal, we don't know what her brain activity looks like. I don't want to know. I love her the way she is, and she's
Yes.
happy and alive.
Right, and that's exactly my point. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have to be the voice for the voiceless. You know what I mean? And for you, that includes your daughter, Maggie, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But you educate yourself and you have made all the right decisions for her because she can't tell you, Mommy, my tummy aches, or
Right.
Mommy, I have a headache. Like, she can't do that. But, you know, God forbid you have to make a detrimental choice. I
Right.
know with everything in me, you would do that out of nothing
Mm-hmm.
but love for your child. And
Absolutely.
that is what she should have done for this dog. Like, she kept saying, If I take him to the, or her, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, nor do I care. It's a dog. If I take it to the vet, they might tell me to put the dog down. Okay, well, as a grown up, that's what you have to do, honey.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I have a Great Dane that, Great Danes don't have a very long lifespan, and I know that. But she has had a good life, and she is approaching quickly, you know,
Yeah.
that old elderly dog stage. But if she gets to the point, which she's very healthy, you know, she's
Mm-hmm.
not there yet. But if she gets to that point where I need to make that difficult decision, I'm going to always put her happiness first. Always.
Exactly.
Always, always, always. And is it going to hurt? Yeah, damn straight it is. That dog is my best friend. But that is unconditional love when you decide to own an animal. It just is. Sorry.
Right.
Let's read the comments. Heck, with every animal we have ever had, we have always used every penny we had. Right, Alberta.
Yeah.
Right, right. Thank you, DeVoice. That is Susie's daughter that she's speaking of. She's a wonderful girl and she is very well taken care of. Thank you, DeVoice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who takes an animal on should always do what is needed for the animal to stay as healthy. Right. And also let them go if you have to. Are you going to be sad? Yes, I'm sure you are. And I'm not saying that Christy, um, she was sad. I'll give her that. I don't know if it was fake tears. I'm still on the fence about that. But I do think she cares about the dog. But here's my problem: you don't care enough, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And
Sorry, not sorry.
and you were able to see by the picture that the sheriff's department had provided that the dog had fleas. And that's something that just doesn't come around.
Well, and d- I don't know if they were fleas or not. I've heard a lot of people say that.
It
Um,
appeared. We'll just
it appeared
assume.
that way. Yes, it did appear that way. And fleas, and I'm sure Alberta can speak on this. Um, Fleas can cause a lot of problems in
Yeah.
dogs. Yes, they can. So,
Mm-hmm.
again, I'm not a professional, but I'm not stupid
No.
either. Like, your dog does not need to be infested with fleas. Hello, that's just common sense, right? Or no?
Exactly. And if it was, I'm just going to take from me, we used to have dogs and we've had pets up until we moved into our apartment. But we
Mm-hmm.
took care of those puppies and dogs as best we could, just like Alberta said, you know, with our one
Right.
dog that was very, very ill. We'd be at the vet's office every 3 weeks because she wasn't getting better. She'd seem to get better once they put her on antibiotics, and she didn't. And I would go all the time until the last visit. I said, please, is there any way I can make this appointment in payments, installments? I'm a single
Right.
mom, and as you know, I've been here for the last 3 months, every 3 weeks, trying to get treatment for this poor little puppy. And they agreed. And within 3 days, they could never figure out why she was sick ever. And one day, shortly after that visit, she just fell asleep and went to heaven, and that's where she went, unfortunately. But it didn't matter if they would have said that she had some disease or a problem that could not be resolved and that the dog would
Mm-hmm.
suffer. I knew if they would have said that, that's the choice I would have made, because I don't ever want to see anyone, anybody, or even an animal suffer,
Right. Yeah.
and would go to the ends of the
And
earth for it as best you can.
and if you're not um, you know, financially or emotionally prepared to take on a pet,
Right.
any pet,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's a dog, a cat, a snake, a rat, you know, you are
Mm-hmm.
their advocate. You're their advocate once, you know, you purchase or adopt that pet. Like
Mm-hmm.
you are responsible for keeping them healthy. And I feel like that is so weird to say because it's just common sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it
And
doesn't make sense to me. Like if you don't, I don't know. I don't, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yes,
don't
because
take on anything you cannot support or take care of,
right.
period. And if you have to let the dog go, whether it has to be euthanized or um, surrendered to the Humane Society, then that's what you have to do, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Sorry.
And that's the same way it is with children.
Yeah.
You know, you should, their priority comes above yourself. And there are lots of people who have lost custody of their children because they can't take
Mm-hmm.
care of their children.
Right.
And it's a prime example. They just don't take your children away from you because
Right.
you were a great parent. No, it's all about like life, which is reasonable care. And just because there was a doctor in the recovery room, quote, keeping an eye, unquote, of my child, that's considered reasonable care. But in reality,
Yeah.
just because there's an adult sitting in the room and there's a kid running around the room with a knife and someone gets stabbed, that adult is supposed to be the responsible one. And if you, as a parent,
Right.
that's your lack of responsibility, doing
Mm-hmm.
drugs while you have little ones at home.
Yeah.
Those
I
kids didn't
agree.
choose to do that. They
Yeah.
didn't. Grandkids, you take care of them. You're making a commitment that you will put their life before yours.
Well, I just want to kind of steer this back in the right direction of my life and the point in my life is, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
this is bigger than a dog. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Um, the dog is, don't get me wrong, extremely important, but I want to stop these grifters out here.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
they're preying on, in my opinion, okay, um, elderly women,
Mm-hmm.
from what I have observed, that have bleeding hearts, that just want to help people. And that breaks my heart because I have talked to some of these women, um, you know, that have been scammed, and they have thanked me. They are closing their wallets,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Yes.
that's all I want, um, to happen. Um, oh my God. Are you serious, Alberta?
Right.
Read that. Are you kidding me right now? Huh.
Wow. Wow.
Alberta, I am so sorry. Huh. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. Now, Alberta, I watched you doing some stuff that upset me, but I had no idea that it was that much.
Right. Me neither.
I'm so sorry, Alberta. I am so sorry. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You should have told me that. I'm going to call you later, honey. This really upsets me. Huh. Wow. Fuck you, Christy Payne. Okay?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so
And
sorry, Alberta. I love you, girl. Oh, this hurts my heart. I'm going to call you later, Alberta. Okay?
it does. I had no idea. I had no idea when she said, well, Susie didn't give any money to me. And then I had to look, and sure shooting, I did. Had to I covered a bill for her the month after somebody else covered that same exact bill for the same exact amount of money, and other things along the way.
Alberta, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm so pissed right now.
Wow. Yep. And what's sad is you don't even realize it because the game is so, they're good at that.
Oh my God. My
They're
mind is
professional grifters.
literally blown right now.
Hmm.
Good for your husband, though, Alberta. Good for
Yeah.
him.
Hmm. And you have, and I'm sure, Alberta, at that time, you had no idea you
Right.
were being taken advantage of.
She only got me for about $60. I'm going to be honest with you. And I was smart enough to, you know, understand that she was trying to grift off me. And I
Hmm.
only gave her money. Um, I think I sent her $50 one time when she was going to the beach. Then I sent her $10 one time for like a Bloody Mary because we both love Bloody Marys. But then she turned that into I'm a drunk and I drink Bloody
Hmm.
Marys from sun up to sundown, which is a fucking lie, you know. Um, but damn, Alberta, you were trying to
Yeah,
be kind. What? That's a lot of money, Alberta.
right.
We had extra money. We had never had before. Well, Alberta, stop it. Stop it. I'm telling you right now, stop it, girl. Good thing I don't know her. Just so sorry. Well, she only got me for about $60, but she got Susie for about 300. Right,
Yes.
Susie? Yeah.
Yes.
And Susie, this is the funny part, y'all. Susie was so kind and loving and giving to this woman. She didn't even realize
Right.
how much money she had given her until I brought it to her attention. And then she started looking up all her cash apps and those kind of things.
Right.
And um, she realized, oh my bleepity
Yep.
bleep, I gave this girl $300. And I don't know. I just want
Yeah.
people to close their wallets. That's it.
Hmm.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, y'all. Please stop it.
And what also hurts by this whole thing is it makes people skeptical of other people who just want to be nice and kind and friendly, because you start to think, oh my gosh, she said this, like me. Yes, I have my own channel. And yes, I'm doing this because I want to spread the light and more awareness on life as being a little person looking through my eyes. And I'd love to get to know people better, but I'm looking to get to know people better, to see their similarities and to see their differences and learn, not to take
Yeah.
advantage of people. And people like Christy took advantage of everybody by being sweet and kind and said all the right things.
Yeah.
And until she knew she had you by the heartstrings, then
Mm-hmm.
so you'd be weak and
Mm-hmm.
you'd be like, oh, sure, really? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can pay me back later. Or, no, we're good. We're friends.
Right. Right.
And
And
friends,
what a lot of people don't understand, and you know, I didn't understand until another friend of mine told me is she used to do this same stuff on Facebook, right?
mm-hmm,
And I didn't know that. And I'm gonna be honest. I have a huge group of like Facebook friends separate from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was supporting this woman, my Facebook friends, they were mad at me, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
because they had seen who she was on Facebook, but I hadn't seen who she was on Facebook. So I was a good and loyal friend of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got, you know, my Facebook friends saying, "You're stupid. We're mad at you. Get away from her." Like they were trying to protect me. And I was like, "No, no. Like we have a real relationship, and honest to God, I wish I had listened to them because I did do some research on Facebook, and they were right. They were right. And I wish I had known, because if I had known a year and a half ago, I never would have gotten involved with this woman. I wouldn't have.
Right.
But at the same time, if I hadn't gotten involved with her, I wouldn't know you, Susie.
Exactly.
So that's a plus.
Exactly.
I mean, it
That's
really
for
is.
sure. It's true. And that wouldn't have happened. And for
Right.
that, I am grateful.
Yeah, me too.
And
Me too.
there are some good things that come through the bad, that sticks out. And that was one thing. I would never have met you. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
probably would have like left the drama community
Yeah.
completely and all of those things way back. But you and I had a relationship as well, and a very close, fun relationship that we do have, very close. And
Yeah, and when you and I talk on the phone, I would
mm-hmm,
say 99.9% of the time we talk about our real lives, you know,
uh, exactly. Mm-hmm,
because we're both mothers of grown children.
mm-hmm,
So we relate there. We both have, you know, other family members that we both can relate to about. And
mm-hmm.
yeah, for if I'm thankful for anything, thank you, Christy Payne, for facilitating my meeting with Susie. Thank you,
Right.
girl. That's the only fucking thank you you're ever gonna get from me. So enjoy.
And I agree. Yeah. And I
I
will
have
tell you,
left most. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What?
oh no, I was going to say, and let me tell you, if she comes back to YouTube in any shape or form, I will be out there protesting. I will fire up a live and I will talk about it. No, be careful, people. Be very careful. And don't let
Yeah.
anybody think that, somebody can change she showed that. Oh, I don't show my Cash App anymore. When she
Yeah.
came back after the whole Navy vet scandal.
Yeah, but why did she do that?
Can you hear me?
Are you there?
Hold on. I need to go back and sorry. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you. But a leopard doesn't change its spots right away overnight. And even with her, things that she did 10 years ago and is doing the same thing almost 2 years ago with the shoe shopping scandal and all of these things. This has been going on for a very, very long time. And I don't want anybody else to be a part of that or see someone become victim to that.
I am so sorry, Alberta. Um, mm, see, that
Mhm.
hurts my heart for you, Alberta.
Yeah.
When she did that to Navy Vet was when she did it to me as well. Oh, but I didn't bother saying anything. She hurt Navy. Okay, well, no, I think she hurt you both. I don't think she hurt one more than the other. Um, she hurt you both, and I'm so sorry. Look at this. Stop saying you're sorry. I am not. I'll look at it. She got her wearing me money. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, I'll stop saying I'm sorry and I'll start saying I feel you. How about that?
That's good.
I'm
We
sorry, Alberta. Oh God, she just got on to me for saying I'm sorry. Um, how about I love you, Alberta, and close your wallet? How about that?
that's a good one. Very good. See?
Sorry, Alberta. I love you, girl. I'm gonna call you in a couple of hours if you're available. Answer the phone. If you're not, that's cool too. But right now, I have to run because I have to prepare a beautiful dinner for my amazing husband. Thank you, Susie, for coming up.
Well, thank you. And I have to go feed and water the boys too, as they shall be coming
Right,
home within the hour.
right. I have to do that too. And oh, hold on. What's love saying? When it's her court date, she thinks she's going home. I don't know. Who's she talking about, Susie? Do you know?
I don't know. Maybe it's Michelle
Yeah, me
she's
neither.
talking about. That's the only person I know that has court.
Thank you, Alberta. Have a great dinner and blessed. Michelle, I don't know, love. I have no idea. Um, I think there's a hearing coming up in June. I want to say the 17th, but don't quote me. Um, for the Etienne contempt stuff. So, as
Yeah.
far as the DUI, there is no court date, and I don't think there's going to be a court date for a while. Yes, Alberta, 17th of June is what um, I think I've heard that too. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right,
Something.
y'all. I gotta go cook. I gotta go feed and water my boy.
Yeah. Your big boy.
All right. Thank you for coming up, Susie.
Enjoy.
I love you so much, Alberta. I'm going to call you soon.
Love you all as well.
All right. Thank you. Love y'all. Last but
Sure.
not least,
Just keep it real.
just keep it real, y'all. Bye.